Say, you look like a man who knows his way around town. I have a client who likes to collect things. Very powerful man. He has quite a few employees, but he'd rather they not know about his private interests. Colonel Lawrence has a very special item. A taxidermied dog. My client is quite anxious to add it to his collection.
Is there anything special about this dog?
No. It's just a peculiar stuffed dog. There's nothing inside it or nothing. But it's just very important that you deliver it undamaged.
He's lying.
I think you might be right about that.
Of course I'm right about that. Well, look, come back with it and I will make it worth your while.
Smells like someone cleaned every surface with mortaline. Good thing I didn't smoke anymore. It's a dangerous business. You step onto the tracks, and if you don't keep your feet, there's no knowing whether you might be swept off to. Well, Meg, shall we walk to Inverness, Edinburgh, or what's left of Aberdeen? Nothing like a nice quiet walk to keep you from going mad, right, Margaret?
Not a bright idea to go out at night. Who knows what could happen in the fog? You could trip and hurt yourself. You could fall in a hole. Foggy, I get you. Of course, Foggy Jack doesn't really exist. But you can never be too careful. Take it from me.
Well, of course there are flies. You left the doors wide open.
In case you hadn't noticed, dear Dad is starting to stink like a pork chop on some holiday.
Well, obviously we can't keep him here any longer.
Oh, then perhaps you two would like to arrange the burial, with your half of the inheritance.
I should think those costs would be shared.
Regina and I don't go in for fancy rituals. The man's dead. He won't appreciate the fuss.
Well, the body has got to go.
Surely cremation would be cheaper.
A few pounds cheaper. But we're still stuck with the remnants.
At least an urn doesn't need its diaper changed.
Suppose we just plop him out in the street after sundown. Don't the jubilators take care of these things?
But what if people see us doing it? A war hero and all? I'd hate anyone to think poorly of Ned and me.
We have our reputation to keep up.
The man's the only war hero we've got. Not scraps to be disposed of.
If you two are so set on turning this into a celebration, go ahead. But Ed and I are not paying for your victory party.
I wonder what taxidermy costs.
Not cheaper than burning him, I shouldn't think.
Isn't there a freezer downstairs?
You are not putting our father in there with my pies. I slaved over those.
You know perfectly well how delicious they are. so I thank you to show a little respect.
Someone ought to give that man a decent burial.
Oh, Colonel, you have come a very long way from the honours of Ramsgate, have you not? You didn't deserve bairns such as these.
There's the one who did it! Right there!
Don't make a fuss. I'm going to make you feel finally better.
Someone needs a...
I think that's the stuffed dog. Do dogs really sit like that? I can't remember. Why do you think he's so anxious to get this ridiculous dog?
I didn't ken. Do you think there's something inside of it?
What do you want?
For God, for Harry and St. George. And second night he takes the road in, as ne'er poor sinner was abroad in.
What's your fancy?
Smashing, baby!
Lovely day for it.
You have an ancient day, have you?
Magnificent. Won't he be pleased? Whoa, this is an ugly thing, is it not?
What's in it?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Oh, even if there was something in it, my client is a man that you want in your corner and not in the other. Now, while you're out, this very client has come to know about 3 onyx cats that the ladies in Thomasina House have. Look just like Mrs. Chippy. They refuse to sell them to him. I think they don't like him. If you could deliver them to me, I'd make it worth your while.
Are you really going to rob little old ladies?